Guys, we will be starting at sharp 12. We are waiting for a few more to join. We will be starting then.
Yeah, sure, sir. Yes, good afternoon, students. Is my voice audible?
Yes, sir,
Yes, sir.
audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Good afternoon, all of you. So the session is going to start within 3 minutes. So as all of you know, today we are conducting a webinar on ideas for be a job creator, not a job seeker. So we are conducting this webinar under the collaboration with the Adventure Park. So they will take the innovative ideas from the students and they will helpful you for guiding the startups. So I think it is a good platform for all of you and kindly utilize these sessions. So if you have any doubts, if you have any good ideas regarding startup, you can share in the with the trainers who are there with the Adventure Park team. So within 2 minutes or maybe 1 minute, our Adventure Park team is going to join. If any of students is still not joined, I think Ashish is the student coordinator. Once you coordinate with the students and ask the students to join immediately. Yes, Ashish, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So students, within maximum 1 to 2 minutes, the session is going to start. So kindly wait for 2 minutes. So as all of you know, the session will be there for 1 hour. So maximum, I think now it's 12:10. So up to 1:10 or 1:05, the session will be continued. So maximum 1 hour session will be there. So at the end of the session, I mean, feedback link will be given so that you kindly fill that form, and a certificate link also will be provided. You kindly fill that form, and you will be issued a certificate for attending this webinar. So we are waiting for the Adventure Park team for to start the session. So within 1 to 2 minutes, they will join the session.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for that introduction over there.
Thank you.
Uh,
So you can take out the session, ma'am. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining with us on a session for Be a Creator, Not a Job Seeker, powered by Adventure Park here. I am Zuha Ansari. I am the program manager at Adventure Park. So, first off, it's really overwhelming and nice to see the beautiful reaction from the students of Siddhartha Institute of Engineering and Technology. Really glad to see that. So, we are here to talk about student entrepreneurship. We are here to talk about how we as students can start working on our own and help in the greater good of for India, the economy of India, by being a job creator ourselves, not a job seeker in the line of who create jobs. And this is something that we all need to understand on how, the how part. Because entrepreneurship and Make in India right now is a very trending conversation in the entire country. But still, there are a lot of students who do not really understand on how to make it happen. And that is where we come into picture as a support and guidance to our entrepreneurs, because already entrepreneurship can be a difficult journey, but that just journey can be made a little easier when you have a support and a safe house to work with. And that is where, as I mentioned, we would like to be that guidance light for you all. To understand student entrepreneurship, you have to understand what entrepreneurship really means. And entrepreneurship is about solving real time problems with real time solutions. And student entrepreneurs basically is students doing it, nothing more than that. But about Adventure Park, I think it will be better that we tell how we work before we talk about student entrepreneurship itself. So for that, I would really like our incubation manager, Ilyas Shah Khan, to take over. He'll be the best to speak about it. Ilyas?
Thank you so much, Zuha. It's really great being here with these enthusiastic students. Um, Hi, guys. I'm Ilyas. I'm the incubation manager here at Adventure Park. I have a small presentation for you guys. I'll just share that in a bit. Please let me know if the screen is visible.
Yes, your
Is
screen
it
is
visible?
visible. Yes, it is visible.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Great. So, instead of a presentation, let's try having a heart-to-heart conversation, because that is what I love, and it is what usually happens offline. Even though it's online, let's try to do that, and I hope we'll get connected way better. Uh, so I have a question for you all, right? Did you ever wish to start up while you were in college? Did you ever wish to start up? Did you have an idea which you thought I can work on? I can work on this idea. I can make it big, or I can just I want to start something on my own. Did you ever have that thought? If yes, please drop a yes in the chat box. Did you ever wish to start up? Mm-hmm. Ashish says yes. Tarun says yes. Okay. Great. So every one of us pretty much we have an idea. We always, there are times ki idea aaya dimag mein, but it just vanished because we didn't work on it, and that's absolutely fine. Yeah, we do get ideas, and the only thing is that we have to start working on it. And okay, for the ones who said yes, who had an idea, who wanted to work on a startup, did you start working on it? Did you, start building things on top of it? Did you start working on that idea? Okay. Oh, yeah, Ashish did. Great. For the ones who didn't, what was the reason for you not to start up? Like, what stopped you? What was the hindrance? Like, you guys had an idea, but you didn't work on it. What was the reason? Like, what stopped you working from your idea? Okay. No time. Okay. Okay. Family. Capital. Right. Okay. Great. So, okay. So when I was in my second year of my degree, I pretty much had a very simple plan of my career, right? मेरा काफी simple plan था. मेरा degree होए बाद I'll just aim for a campus placement. I'll get a package, maybe a good package, hoping for a good package. I'll do that job for maybe 2 years, gather some good experience, and then I just go for an MBA, and I'll get a better pay package. That was my plan when I started to think about what I have to do in my life and what should I pursue on. This was the plan which I had when I was in my second year. But with the plan which I had, I used to ask myself, okay, I have this plan, great, but why am I working at this? Like, why this plan? What is this helping me with? Or why am I doing whatever I'm wanting to do, right? I asked myself this question. And the only thing I realized is I'm doing it because at the end of the month or at the first of any month, I'll get a check which will have an X number, and that'll be a paycheck, and that is the reason why I'm working, right? I realized that, and this was something personally I did not want to go forward with, me personally, right? uh, so what I started to do is I said, "Ki, I'm in my college, I can experiment with things, let's try different things." And I started experimenting with different things to see where I can take my career forward. I started playing esports. I used to play esports. I started pursuing a career in esports, trying to do that. But even there, I could see one reason of pursuing esports because there was a lot of money. You guys know PUBG Mobile, but my game is completely different. Like a lot of money in the tournaments, and when you get into the pro stage and all that stuff. And even that, I was not really satisfied with. So there comes a day when one of my friend, he forces me, or he manages to convince me to get attend a workshop which was on entrepreneurship. That was a 3 day long workshop, and he managed to convince me. He said, "You should come, you should meet people, you'll get to meet people who are working on ideas, who are working on something, building companies, and you'll get to understand their perspective, how they look at things, how they think, and basically you'll maintain a good network. You should come, and you should give it a try." So even before going, I just thought, entrepreneurship is about, or building a company is about making more and faster way of making money. Because what you see in movies, you see it, right? A guy getting down from an S class, or a guy getting down from Rolls Royce, going into a big office. There are 2 3 bodyguards around him. and this guy walks in a suit and sits in a corner office, lives like Harvey Specter and so many things. Uh, Pretty much I had the same thought, but I was surprised, and I was really in happy that I attended that workshop, because all the 3 days, the only thing which we did not talk about, or the last thing which we spoke about, was money. And that was a surprise mere liye, because all the 3 days we didn't talk about money. We talked about everything else rather than money. We talked about entrepreneurship. We talked about how we can you know grow ourselves. Like, we talked about vision, we talked about perspective, we talked about solving problems, adding value. We talked about making, doing big things in life, doing great things. We talked about empowering people through uh, creating employment through providing jobs. We talked about adding great value to the country's growth. We talked about moving the economic leader of the country, and so many other things. And the last thing we spoke about was money. And the purpose or the reason for you to build a company or for you to start up is completely different. That is what I realized there. And money is taken as a byproduct. So I was really happy. There is a place where we are not focusing on money, rather focusing on something else which will keep us going, and it is the purpose which keeps us going, keeps me going, right? I do it daily. I love to work here because I know that I'm working for something really good. I'm working for something really great. And that was the same reason why many of the founders started up with their own company, because they wanted to solve problems, they wanted to make it big, they wanted to add value, and it was beautiful. So just like you guys, I wanted to start up. After that day, I decided I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I told my friend, it is a very great thing bringing me to this workshop. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. He asked me, great, wow, what are you working on? I said, I don't know yet, but I want to do this. And he's a serial entrepreneur himself. He's of my age, and we started working on an idea after that. Uh, and it was about delivering food through drones. That was our idea. We started working on it, and you know it was great. It was actually great. The journey was great. The idea didn't go forward. That's something else. But that was really great because I was putting in hours, we were putting in hours, sitting together, having conversations, learning different new things. And I realized that building a company is not really an easy task. Not at all an easy task. It takes a lot of determination, a lot of passion. And throughout that whole time when I was working on that idea, the one thing which was constant was me being happy working on it, me being passionate, and me being very happy working on that idea. Trust me, my co-founder had to travel from Hyderabad uh, to Jharkhand, or maybe somewhere around Delhi. He had to travel there because there were only six companies who were providing drones at that time, and he had to meet one of the companies, so he had to travel there, and he traveled there alone. Me, one of and my other co-founder, we traveled to Bangalore because there was a free sales workshop going on there. So we took a bus in the night. We traveled to Bangalore, and the same night we left Bangalore, and we came back to Hyderabad. So this was what it was happening, and just like you guys, I wanted to start up. So next then, uh, there was one day where I was introduced this term called business incubators. Now, how many of you are aware of this term, business incubators? You can just drop a yes or a no in the chat box. Have you ever heard what a business incubator is or a startup incubator is? Uh-huh. No. Okay. So yeah, same. Just like you guys, I was pretty unaware of what this term means. It was very new to me. And then I got to know that there are a lot of incubators already in the state, in the city, but I was pretty clueless ki what they do. So just like you guys, so we went in there, me and my friend, taking our idea, and I got to know that business incubator is a place where uh, you will be supported to take your idea forward. You will be supported for you know, the business incubator will support you with your idea, with your company, for it to take, you know, for it to scale, for it to grow. That is what a business incubator does. So basically you have launched, you have worked on your product, you have started building it, and now you want to scale it, and the business incubator is going to help you with. Now there may be many points, which is like market access. They'll help you with the connections, they'll help you with the investors and all that stuff. So we went in there with our idea to deliver food through drones. And I don't name the incubator. I was there. There was a Q&A session in the end. Uh, and there was a lady who were asking a lot of questions. You know, how does the program work? How will the incubator help? And all that. Many questions. And the one who was taking the session, or the head of the incubator there, at the end, he asked one question. He, are you incorporated? आपकी company बन गई क्या? Are you incorporated as a company? She said no, not yet. So in reply, he said, then how did you waste 5 minutes of my life? And I was shook. Me and my friend, we both were shocked. Oh my god, we are not incorporated. This is just an ideation stage. We are just working on an idea. So we were quiet. We didn't open our mouth, and we simply left at the end. Uh, Remember the workshop I told you about? That was the time when I met my CEO, Miraj. That was an accidental collision, and he helped me, you know, build this perspective and look at things differently. And you know, he helped me find my purpose of pursuing entrepreneurship for a reason, right? And then I started stalking him, and in the fourth or fifth meeting, he gave me an opportunity to work with him, and it was about Adventure Park. Now, in very simple words, I'll try explaining what Adventure Park is. Right now, you guys know what a incubator does, right? In very simple words, Adventure Park is a student-focused startup incubator, wherein we want, or we work with student entrepreneurs like you guys, who are having ideas or concepts, simply ideas and concepts, and we help you shape that idea. We help you take that idea forward. It is right now on level 0, and we help you take that idea from level 0 to level 1. There are so many things which you have to build on top of it. We help you, take it ahead, take it forward, build that strong fundamental and base of your company, and we help you turn that mere idea into a value and revenue generating startup. In very simple words, this is what we do. We work with student entrepreneurs. We are student focused. As you can see in the pictures, these are the startups. Until today, I have worked with 77 student startups, and it has been great. Now, as I said, that guy asked if you have a certificate of incorporation. Now, we are not getting into that technicalities. We understand we are students, and you can't expect a certificate of incorporation from a student. You can't expect a student to, start working on it and come in with numbers like these are my revenues, these are my sales, these are my profits, these are the customers I have, and all that stuff. We're not getting into that technicalities. The point is, when you work on your idea, when you work on something you're passionate about, you self-learn many. I mean like very super essential skills. You do that personally because this is something which you want to pursue. This is something which you want to work on. And what we do is we tell you, yes, you should work on it, irrespective of this working or not working. We encourage and we tell you to work on it. आगे जाके सक्सेसफुल होता सक्सेसफुल नहीं होता, that is a very different conversation. We don't even have to get into that. But then the journey, you starting up, you taking the first step, that is super important, and that is going to really help you and help you grow, right? And trust me, you're going to love it. All the time which I had put in for my startup back then, I loved each and every bit of it, right? When you are in college, When you are in college, you have all the time and energy in the world. You have all the time and energy, all the resources in the world. People are not expecting much from you, and you have that time which you will not get later for you to experiment on your ideas. Now, I'm not saying you just do it because it's a trendy thing or everyone is doing it. No, but if you have it within you, yeah, I can work on it. Even if you have that small percentage of confidence, this is going to work, and I can give it a try. Then I say that you should give it a try because you have this time now, and which you're not going to get later. No one is expecting a lot from you. Now, when when you get into your final year, the pressure starts building up. My parents came to me and they were like, मैं बात करूं या मामा से, I'll get a recommendation for you. कहाँ जॉब करते बोलो. Pressure starts building up. When you are close to your final year, right? You have this time now, and you can start experimenting and working with this with ideas. And the best part is you have nothing to lose, literally nothing to lose. So at Adventure Park, we support you student entrepreneurs work on your ideas and experiment with your ideas. Students come in with very raw ideas and concepts, and today they are in a very different shape, making it big. We'll talk about it. So we provide you all the guidance support you need to take your idea forward, and we make progress and understand different tracks of how you can build a company. While you're working with us, building your company, we help you connect with real-time investors. If you need investment, we do that. Three of our startups have already raised their investments, first round of funding, and they are now making it big. uh, Now we have a tailor-made pre-incubation program for you. What's a pre-incubation program? It's a 4-month long program made specially for you, keeping your academic schedule in mind, which means it's every alternate weekend wherein we will be taking you through the fundamental tracks of building a company, and this is absolutely free of cost. So the the pre-incubation program is for you to, and where will be taking you through the fundamental tracks of building a company, and at the same time giving you all the personal guidance you need for you to make progress on your idea. And the program is founder focused, it's not idea focused, which means the program will help you grow. It's not about the idea which I have, the idea which you have. 10,000 or 10 lakh other people might have the same idea, but then the one who's executing it deserves the success. The one who executes it best, the one who executes it first. That guy or that person that deserves that success, and it's about the founder. So when you are a part of this program, by the end of the program, you are going to be independent enough to work on any idea and to make any idea happen, right? And in that process, we have a lot of fun because we are working on something which we want to work on. So few of the success stories from Adventure Park is, these are the 3 companies who have raised investments. Bioreform is a company which is producing biodegradable bags. These are not plastic bags. These are bags made out of natural materials, and they look like plastic bags. They are not plastic bags, and they biodegrade within 180 days. Actually, they are as strong and as good as plastic bags. The best alternative, you can say. These are other student startups who are working on great things. Lecture Pro is a student note making app, which means while your lecture is going on, Lecture Pro will be taking your notes for you and will automate the notes so that you can pay complete attention while you're attending the class. Rollstone is a company which is making a kit which will turn any manual wheelchair into an automatic and powered wheelchair, which can be controlled by joystick or voice, because they want the disabled to feel independent. They don't want them to feel dependent, right? uh, these are the startups. Now you have an idea, you want to work on it. Now you will be wondering, how do I get into Adventure Park and how do I start building it? And before that, trust me, the reasons which we had at the start of the session, that capital and lack of guidance and all that support, everything you get it here, and you do not need money to start up. Capital is the last thing, or money is the last thing you need to start up. It's a misconception a lot of people have, I don't have money, and so I can't start up. It's not like that. It's not that you don't need money, and being a student should never be a reason for you to limit yourself. You should not think, I am a student, will I be able to do it, or can I do it? No, don't doubt yourself, don't question yourself. I'm saying this from the experience of working with 77 student startups, which means more than 200 student entrepreneurs, and I have seen them making it big, and they are making it big. It's happening right in front of you. You should not limit yourself saying, "Yeah, I'm a student." You can really, you can make it big only if you have that desire, and if you feel that you believe in it, that you can make it big. Now you have an idea, you want to work on it. You want to get into the pre-incubation program, it's very simple. You go onto our website, adventurepark.com, where you have an online application which you have to fill. The application is going to ask you about your idea, the idea which you have. Then after your application is submitted, there is a interview with the panel. It's more of a casual conversation. Interview word is used because there was no better word which we could find. It's not a typical interview. We'll be talking more about your idea and about yourself. It will be more of a casual conversation, which you're going to love it. And if you are selected, then you're welcome to Adventure Park. So this was a brief of what Adventure Park does, with a little bit of my story. I hope I didn't bore you guys. If you have any further questions, please feel free to hit us on Instagram at Adventure Park for any questions, and for more updates. You will get to see what all we do, and you'll get to see posts describing the journey of our other companies, and you can feel free to hit us with questions, right? So I hope I was able to give you a brief on what Adventure Park does. You should not feel shy, or you should not doubt or think my idea might not work or might work. We don't look into that. As I said, we focus on your growth. Companies which have come in, they have come in with very different ideas, and now are working on something very different. Remember the company Roll Stone I spoke about? This company, their first client is Vinci Hospitals. They are making great progress. What did they first come in with? They came in with the concept of making a Photoshop wala application. They first came in with this idea, and they started working on it. But then, as I said, it is the founder who makes it big. They later on came into this idea, and they started working on it. They have that zeal and passion within them to make anything happen, right? So now they are doing it. They have actually made it, and they're making great progress now. And you can be the one too. And being a student doesn't stop you from achieving big things, great things. We want students to be taken seriously, and that is exactly what we do at Adventure Park. We take students seriously. We take you seriously. So that's it from my end. Over to you, Zuha.
Thank you, Ilyas. That was a great presentation. You keep, and your story is actually the icing on the entire story. So yeah, all these adventure park companies that have been mentioned in this presentation, we see their work every day, and we ourselves get inspired. The reason that we keep working hard is because of them, and how much effort and how much dedication they put in to the entire startup. And we actually have our adventure park startups here on call with us. So I think it would be the best if you hear it from the incubatees themselves about adventure park and about their journey as student entrepreneurs. So remember Lecture Pro, the student note making app? We have the founder over here. So Ms. Asma Mohammed, can you please join us on call?
Hi.
Hi,
Hi, Zuha.
Asma. How are you?
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
I'm good, Zuha. How are you? Okay. So let me tell you about my journey. But before that, I must say that this is not the journey we thought we would be taking as students. So everyone are students here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, cool. So you know how we enjoy our college life. We have all these events, we have these competitions happening, we have fest and everything, right? Our college kind of did not um, have that so much. So like any other student, we wanted to do something for our college and our students, that we would enjoy our college life more. So what we thought was, by we I mean I and two of my other friends, we thought that we would conduct the first ever hackathon in our college. There had never been a hackathon in our college before, so we wanted to conduct that. And guess when we decided to conduct it? It was March 2020. So that's when the lockdown happened. And obviously, the hackathon did not happen, but a lot of good things happened due to the brainstorming we did for the hackathon. So we actually approached Mr. Miraj Fahim, the CEO of Adventure Park. His another venture is also Code.in. So we wanted to, we wanted our hackathon to be powered by Code.in. So we approached him and we were discussing a few ideas. And since it was going to be the first hackathon of the college, we thought we would have some 10 default app ideas that the students would work on, so that they won't be overwhelmed in the beginning itself. So among these 10 random ideas was this note making app. And Mr. Miraj, he read that and he said, this is interesting, I would have used it as a student. And that was kind of validation we did not expect to get. uh, and Adventure Park was also getting started at that time. And we thought, now that the hackathon is not happening, we do have a really nice idea which is already validated kind of. So we thought, let's explore this. And I asked him if we could apply with it, and he was like, sure, you can give a presentation, give an interview, and then if it's good enough, you'll be selected. So I and my two friends, we made this cool looking presentation with just one basic idea. We just wanted to create an app which would help you automate notes, right? So when we are in a classroom, uh, you see these students using color pens, writing notes and all. They are missing a lot because they're not listening to the lecture, right? But their notes are very beautiful. Now the other students who are listening, their notes are pretty shabby because the attention is divided, of course. So we wanted to have a way that would help you in both the things, your notes as well as your concentration in the class. So we thought, automating your notes will help with that. So what our app would do is listen to the lecture while you're also listening. And by the end of the class, you are done understanding the lecture, and Lecture Pro will have your notes ready. So that was our idea. And it was pretty basic one, but that's what's required in the first round. And they interviewed us, and we got selected in the very first cohort of Adventure Park, which is pretty exciting. But that was just the beginning, because we did not know anything about incubation, business, entrepreneurship. Uh, I knew the word, I checked out its pronunciation once on YouTube and things like that, but I didn't actually know the exact meaning of entrepreneurship. And it was all new. But the best part was nobody made you feel like it's, you're a beginner, you don't know how to do things. Adventure Park and the team was always like a backbone with us. They helped us through everything, but we would never get easy answers. We had to hustle for them. We had to work day and night, and it actually really paid off. After 4 months, we were live. We are live still. It's mylecturepro.com. You guys can check out the website. And I mean, it's crazy, but we are now proud owners of a full-fledged company. We did not pack our bags for this destination, but somehow we landed here with a lot of blood and sweat, of course. But we are proud of this journey and so happy that uh, you know, we had the support of Adventure Park with us. In fact, the mentorship there is unparalleled. I have not seen that anywhere. It's like for every team, the mentorship and the guidance, or the brainstorming we have is very personalized. Not two companies are ever seen the same way. So that's the best part about it. We had personalized help with us all the time. And I guess the moral of the story here is, just like us, you may also be thinking that we are just students. Startup is like not on your list of things you want to do, maybe. But you should definitely go ahead and try it out, at least for the experience. And never think that just because you're a student, you won't be able to do it. It is exactly because you're a student, you will be able to do it. You have the resources, you have the time. And I think that's the best part about it. So, yeah, that's about it. I hope I didn't bore you guys. And thank you so much. Over to you,
So
Zoha.
that was awesome, Asma. And again, listening to your story, whenever I do, it's just fills you up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Another company was mentioned by Ilyas during his presentation and success stories, and we have that slide open right now. Rollstone, with their first customer as Virinchi Hospital, but they did not start the way they did, and they did not know what was coming for them. But then when it did happen, they went crazy about it, and I think it would be best if the founders themselves speak about it. We have the founders Zeba Uruj with us.
Hi, Zuha.
Hi Zeba.
Yeah, so am I audible?
Yeah, you are all good.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. A very good afternoon. So, like Ilyas and Zuha had mentioned, we hadn't imagined what we were doing, what we would be doing here. So, yeah. I can say that, bringing your idea to life can be quite difficult. And I'd say that with the help of EVP, Adventure Park, and the entire team, and, under the mentorship of Miraj Fahim, I was lucky enough to bring my idea to life. But before that, like Ilyas had mentioned, we hadn't come up with this idea way before we actually did. So my friend was into Adventure Park, and she was the one who had pitched an idea about a photo editing app. Yeah. So she pitched that idea to Mira. She was selected in the process. She got into the cohort, and then she called me up and she was like, "I cannot do this alone, and I want you to be a co-founder with me." So I was like, I gave it a thought. I was like, why not try it? I was in my third year then, so I said, why not try it? So yeah, and that's when I actually came into Adventure Park. We attended a few sessions, and then I saw the other ideas. You have to evaluate your idea first before the others evaluate it, and you have to give your own validation before you ask validation from others. So when me and my friend were sitting and doing a brainstorming session on how our idea was and what it was, um, we tend to realize that we actually realized that this would not work. That's when I came up with Role. So basically, this was an idea that I had in my second year of engineering, and I hadn't actually worked on it. And here I pitched it to my friend, and that's how it began. So before that, I'll be telling you about what we are doing. So this journey has been pretty remarkable with me and my friend, along with the whole team of Adventure Park and another mentorship. It's been amazing. So first, let me tell you about what my product is. So Rollstone is a wheelchair conversion kit. It is a revolutionary wheelchair conversion kit that can convert any manual wheelchair into a self-controlled power wheelchair. The self-control mechanisms are two: it's voice controlled and joystick controlled. And like Elias said, we do not want the disabled to feel dependent. So that's what was our driving force. So, Miraj usually tells us that one needs to have problems in their journey so that they have a story to tell. And I think I'm lucky enough to be sharing my story over here in front of all of you guys here. So when I actually pitched this idea to my friend, before pitching it to Miraj, before pitching it to the team of Adventure Park, I hadn't imagined that, I'd be here speaking in front of you guys one day. So we started working on the idea at EVP, and the number of changes that we had, number of change of minds, number of change of perspectives that we've had here are, nobody can fathom, right? So we actually did not just work on an idea. Uh, apparently, we are making history. Yeah, that's what we like to call it. We're making history. So journey of Rollstone has had quite many ups and downs, and with us almost giving up a few times, almost giving up, but we did not. Thank God we did not. So when we started working, we had the prototype ready in 2 days, and it was all great until the prototype was done. And then what happened was we actually started working on the original product. So we had a wheelchair, and we came Like we had a wheelchair and we're like we have to get motors fixed to this. How will we do that? So there was only one solution that we had at that time, that was gears. So yeah, the gears would make our job 60% easier. So that's when we actually went in. We went around all over Hyderabad, Gujarati Gali, Secunderabad, Raniganj, everywhere. We went all around and we were looking for stuff. We were looking for our things, what we need, what we do not need, and everything. And then one person, we came across one person who told us that, madam, I'll do this for you. This will be done. And 3 days before the demo day, which was on 30th January, on 27th January, we came to know that this cannot happen, that we cannot actually, the thing that we were actually thinking about to make our job easier to attach gears to the wheelchair was not going to happen. So we needed something else. That was when I actually gave up, and my friend was telling me, "Nay, we cannot give up. Please do not give up." But I was like, "This cannot happen. I'm just going to give up." EVP does not let you give up. Adventure Park does not let you give up. If you have something, if they know that you can do it, then they will not let you give up. And I'm thankful that I did not actually give up then. So we had a brainstorming session with Miraj after that, and he gave us another breakthrough idea, and we were actually able to bring the wheelchair to life using our simple idea. So the journey hasn't been as simple as I have actually described here, and I can just say that it cannot be put into words. The journey was quite remarkable with quite many ups and downs, and as, like there were many things that aren't under the limelight right now, and I'm just telling you the top most more important thing. You know, the simple things can be like my laptop almost having a voltage fluctuation, and the motherboard and the RAM getting burnt out, the the boards that we use, the microprocessors that we use, them getting burnt out, and we are not finding the components that we actually require. The whole team working with us, and the best part about Adventure Park is you actually do not work on your idea alone. The entire team of Adventure Park works along with you. Not just Miraj, not just Ilyas, not just Suha. I'm telling you, the other startups that are actually incubated along with us, they also helped us out. Nobody comes to you and nobody judges you for your idea. Nobody comes to you and nobody tells you that why are you doing this, or do you require help. They do not ask us. They actually come sit down with us and actually help us out. That's the best part. So our product is actually loved by every single person who comes across it, and I would not like to forget what Zuha said. And Miss Madhavi Lata Kompalla, she's the chairperson of Virinci Hospitals, and she was invited for a Women's Founders Friday session that we had just before the things actually shifted back to online mode. So it was an offline session, and we were telling her all of our ideas. We were having a pitching session and stuff like that. And that's when I pitched my idea to her, and she showed her interest. So I had a video with me. I showed her the video, and she loved the product. And that's when she instantly wanted to place an order of 40 kits with me on spot, right? So that was that's what these people are talking about. My first customer being Virinci Hospitals. I'm grateful to have that uh, driving force with me. That will keep me working as day in and day out and everything. We also have one more person, Mr. Azam Khan, who is an investor. So he has offered to sponsor some of the deals there. And like meeting all of these people, when I came across Adventure Park, I never knew that this would where I be one day. A founder of a startup and working on an amazing product that will change the life of almost sorry almost a million Indians, or at least 2.1 population of the Indians. That's what the population of the disabled people is in India, and I hadn't expected that to happen, right? So all I can say is that my journey has been amazing all along, and if given another chance, I will grab this opportunity, and I would have grabbed this opportunity, and uh, just before way before I think I did, because I took this opportunity in lockdown. I think we were the second cohort of 2020. So all I can say is that if I ever come across, if I'm given another chance, to do something again, go back in time and do something again, I would have applied for Adventure Park way before I actually did. Or at least I would have met Miraj and told him, Miraj, please start Adventure Park because I have an idea and I want to start up with you. So yeah, I think that's all for my journey. And it's we there's a good news. We're going to be launching soon. We're working on the product and we're working on our website and everything. And there's going to be a soon. You know, I can't say the time, but yeah, soon we're going to be launching soon. I think that's all for my journey. Back over to you, Zuha.
Thank you, Zeba. For it was really again lovely to hear you. And you mentioned that we stayed, but let's be honest, we are actually making history over here. Let's just be honest. Uh,
I would like to be a little modest here.
okay, so finally we have another company from Adventure Park here with us, and that is we like to call it here our star company, iWater. So the founders, can you please here with us?
Yes, yes, Zuha.
Hi, Qasim.
Hi, Zuha.
Okay, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, guys, my name is Kasi. I'm the founder and the CEO of iWater. So, I'll just give you a quick journey how iWater just went through. We are from the first cohort of Adventure Park, that is 2020. So, iWater, a name which has become a brand, a quality water brand, has had its struggle and the hard work behind it. From the name of the company to the design and sticker of it, everything had to be perfect, guys. Us being engineer had to figure out solutions and innovate in our own niche. And that's what we did and ventured out through Adventure Park. Today, we stand as an 8-figure company with the struggle behind it. Splashwater was our first name and we had our heart with it. But due to the legal restrictions, we had to give it up on it and brainstorm for 20 days, thinking about at least 400 plus names and landed on iWater finally. Isn't it worth it, guys? Yes. Well, yes, that's just the name of it. Our bottle design had to be unique. We were going to disturb the food and beverage industries, and it required us to think out of box and make things happen. Around 500 plus designs on finally landed on our design, which we were desiring, and it was a tough task. After finalizing the design, all the manufacturers in the Hyderabad showed their hands saying this design is impossible to happen because of the complexity yet simplicity of it. An oxymoron it was for us and for them as well. Though we believed and had around 3,000 bottles in metric tested, a lot of trial and error, brainstorming with Miraj Bhai and we landed on a perfect and desired dimension of it. We made it possible to make the real deal of what we envisioned. Goes same with the purest water in it, around I guess 100 plus water taste evaluations just for our customer to get the best. iWater is not an overnight story. It's a story of hardship and struggle. But one thing remained constant throughout our journey, guys. That was the support which was given to us by Adventure Park. Adventure Park team was always there in our tough time to guide us in the right direction, to pick us up whenever we fall, to keep an eye on us throughout the journey, not for themselves, but for us to make it happen. Miraj Bhai, Ilyas Bhai, Rana, Hajra, the core team, the X team, campus leads, incubators, everyone played a major role today and what iWater is today. We are truly grateful. We are doing this for India and we want our batchmates, college mates to do the same and become a problem solver. Adventure Pack has all the resources required for it. It's just that one idea which we went to execute. Make sure you get that and apply at Adventure Park to get the journey of entrepreneur while still in college and build a unicorn for India. Thank you. That's it from my end. Over to Zuha.
Thank you, Qasim. And yes, personally, seeing the entire journey of iWater is just shaking of how much they do keep moving forward no matter what. And there's not even 1% of the problems that they had to face, the amount of testing that they did. It's incredible. But that's just the ethic that they had. And thank you all our companies for speaking with us, Lecture Pro, Rollstone, and iWater. Thank you so much. And now the alpha of Adventure Park, the one who actually brought all of us together over one umbrella called Adventure Park and made such a beautiful place that we actually call our second home. We all are students, and under the guidance of the best, a 12-year long journey of from starting himself as a student entrepreneur. Um, Miraj Fahim, if you please can take over and just shed some light on everything.
Thank you so much, Zuha. Looks like a brilliant crowd in here. Are you guys enjoying this one? Just drop in a yes if you are. Everybody? Harshita, the first one. Mahindra, Ashwini, Pak Hussain, Ashish Kumar. Awesome. Looks like you guys are enjoying this. Firstly, thank you so much, guys. Usaid has been talking, very high about Siddhartha Engineering College, and I've been excited, to be doing this with the Siddhartha Engineering College, especially with the kind of the quality and the kind of people you guys are. It's awesome. So thank you so much for having me here. These guys have my team, and everybody, the entrepreneurs, the founders have spoken at length about Adventure Park, how Adventure Park can help you guys, what do we help you with, why you should consider joining Adventure Park, and all of that. So I will not even touch those aspects. In fact, those are some things that you can find directly on internet. You can just follow us on Instagram, or there are a lot of posts and videos, and you can find that information on the website. So I'm not going to touch that aspect. What I'm going to touch on the fact is why are we doing this and why you should join hands with us. 2019 September, I was in the US, and I had this opportunity to go to quite a few quite a few universities there, not engineering colleges. And one university that hit me like really hard when I was in the US is the Stanford University. I hope all of you know and heard of Stanford University. It's one of the finest universities in the world. So when I was at Stanford, one important aspect that I was very keen to find out was what differentiates, the universities in the US, universities in the West, from the universities in India. Okay, and why is this important? Because the quality of outcome, the quality of engineers, the quality of designers, the quality of student graduates that universities in the US produce are far higher than the quality of graduates that Indian universities produce. Do you guys agree to this? If you guys agree, just drop in I agree. Only one person agrees. Fastest fingers first. Come on, guys. If you don't agree, you can also put in I don't agree. Okay. So to be very honest, yes, the quality of graduates from the universities in the West, outside India, is far more better and different from the quality of graduates that Indian universities produce. So I went a step further and started looking at what actually makes the difference. Why are they able to produce better quality graduates than any other universities in the world, not just Indian actually. Okay. and started looking at multiple factors, started looking at the infrastructure, started looking at the faculty, the management, the curriculum, the program design, the program delivery methodologies, the quality of the students, the admission process, and then finally the students themselves. What is the major difference in their universities and our universities? Literally everything is same. Everything, okay, right from infrastructure until the quality of the management, the faculty, the delivery methodology, everything is constant and same. The only difference, the only variable, guys, is the fact that their students are more hungry than ours. Okay, the difference in their universities and our universities is the students themselves. It's you. Okay, so you guys have that power in you to make your university, your college, a globally renowned college. Okay, so you guys are responsible for making your college proud. You guys are responsible for making your university proud. And this is a very structured, this is very absolutely doable thing. Okay, I'm not trying to pump you guys up saying this is your responsibility and you have to own it up and nobody else is responsible. No, that's not the fact. The only thing is the students there in the US, right? The students there in the Western universities, they are hungry. The risk appetite that they have is way higher than the risk appetite that we have or that we bring on the table. It's super different. It's something else altogether. When I say the risk appetite, they are not in there just to come in, get a degree and get a job. While they are at college, they literally experiment the hell out of every damn idea that they get during their time at the college. They make the college time, they leverage the time at the college like crazy. Okay, and this is what differentiates them, right? See, anybody can make it happen. Everybody can make it happen. It's the matter of giving it a try and trying until you succeed. You're going to take n attempts before you become successful. Now the only point here is how many of us have the energy left within us to give those n attempts. A lot of us get tired after first attempt. A lot of us try, maybe let's say 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Angry Birds, Peter Westerbacker is the founder of Angry Birds, the video game. He tried 50 times before he became successful. And his success is a resounding success, right? He doesn't need an introduction. I met him when he was in India. And that's how I know this, right? So he's like, people talk about Angry Birds, but people don't talk about the first 49 games that failed before Angry Birds. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. How many of us can actually try 50 times? Now just imagine Peter giving up in 49th attempt, or Peter giving up in 10th attempt or 15th attempt. Would we even know about Peter? We would have not gotten Angry Birds at all, right? And this is what we're talking about. So Edison, the guy who invented bulbs, it took him, I don't know how much, what's the right number, but what we read is it took him 10,000 attempts before he, successfully managed to create a bulb. Now imagine he giving up in his 1,000th attempt or 5,000th attempt. Trying 10,000 times is itself a crazy thing to even think of, right? So this is what we're talking about. And now that you guys are in college, we Team Adventure Park wants you to make the best use of your time, best use of your resources, best use of your intellect, right? Your intellect. You are better than this. Okay, you can do more than this. And to be very honest, you have nothing to lose. All you have to do is apply with your ideas. You can have multiple ideas. You can apply with all your ideas. You don't have to submit multiple applications. Just one application is enough. Okay, you just go to the website adventurepark.com, submit your ideas. Okay, you can submit multiple ideas in the same presentation, and boom, you just have to attend the interview, experience how the interview process looks like, come and visit our office. We have a beautiful, nice office. Live the experience, right? Even if you're not selected, I hope you get selected. But let's say for whatever reasons, you're not selected this time. You have at least, started thinking in that direction. And now why I'm insisting on, the culture of Stanford University, why I'm insisting on, the culture of innovation, or why you guys should actually start thinking about these things, is because Stanford University alone is responsible for producing student companies that added more than $10 trillion to America's GDP. That is a crazy number, okay? And Stanford University is the backbones of America's economy, right? If Stanford University were a country, it would have been world's top 10 richest countries in the world. Okay, think about it. It's crazy what you students can do. It's crazy what you students can achieve. It's crazy if you students make your mind, you can take India there, right? That is what I want you guys to start thinking about. That is what we are all doing here. We want to take India there. Okay, we don't want to crib about what is happening, what is not happening, what the government should do, what the government is doing or not doing. We don't want to get into all those conversations and discussions. We will be doing what we can do, and this is what we want you to start thinking about and start doing. And to be very honest, like I told you, you can do it, and this is the time to do. So on that note, what I would suggest is, please take some time out and submit your application. All you have to do is visit the website edventurepark.com. I'm putting in the website here. Just go there, apply, and you will be called for the interview. It's been a year since we've been running cohorts. We ran about 3 cohorts in the last 12 months. 70 plus companies, 77 companies older. In fact, Ilyas, can we show them the video?
Yeah, sure, we can.
Yes, please. This video is a 1-minute summary of what we did in the last 1 year, and we want you to be part of our journey.
I hope it's visible of me.
Yes, it is.
Yep. Thank you, Ilyas. How did you guys like it? Did you guys like it? Just dropping your comments on the chat box, guys. Awesome. Thank you so much. And we want you to be part of this journey. We want you to be part of, the history. We want you to experiment with yourselves. You have nothing to lose. The program is absolutely free of cost. There is no cost, no charge whatsoever. And what I strongly believe is you can do it. There are 77 companies who managed to do it. So can you. So take this opportunity and make it happen. On that note, I would like to open the floor for questions. Sashi Hari Lochan Pisapati. Hi, sir. I'm Sashi Hari. Can you tell me how the trend of web development in coming years? Web development is a completely different aspect, but let me answer your question. Web development is here to stay. It will continue to happen. Um, how can we say the trend is going up is from the fact that internet is becoming free or cheaper, right? The more people will have internet, the more internet based applications will come into being. The more and more people will start solving a lot of problems, and when you start solving problems, you create products, you create solutions, and when you start creating products and solutions, you do that on the web. So that is how it's linked. So data says the trend looks good. And web development forms the basis of internet. So without web development, there won't be products. Please drop in your questions, guys. I think we have about 5 minutes before we wrap it up. How can our startup get an investor? That's the easiest thing to do and to get for. So since this is the easiest thing to do and get, we put it in the last, and that is not something that should be your focus as a startup or as a founder. Your focus should be on how are you solving the problem, and is your product being loved by your customers or not. Once you start building a product, once you have built a product that the market loves, the investors will follow you. They will stalk you. They will follow you, and they will bomb your inbox with their emails wanting an appointment with you. And I'm not faking, this happens, and this has happened a lot at Adventure Park. So the focus should be on your product, the focus should be on your solution, and not on investors. At Adventure Park, we have a pool of investors that invest in Adventure Park incubating companies. We have had 3 companies so far, and this year the target is to invest in at least 10 companies.
We have a lot of questions in the YouTube comment section and also in our slides that we're collecting. The team can copy paste the questions here. Yeah, there's
Or
Atika.
I can, if you can just give me that link, I can read it from there directly.
Sure.
Just drop in the link in here. Can we apply to Adventure Park if we don't possess an idea? Yes, you can, but you have to submit your application. We consider the applications with ideas first, but then if you have the fire and the passion, and if that is being reflected in your application, then we would love to have a conversation with you and see, how can we work together if you do not have an idea. So the answer is yes, you can apply. Akhil says, I have an idea of service oriented. Yes, service based companies are also welcome. While our bias is towards product based companies, majority of the companies at Adventure Park have been service based companies. So we are open to service based companies as well. Please apply. Can I get the link? Okay, Mahendra Reddy. We can work at our free time with our idea if we are selected. If we are at a job, if we are a job at same time in another company, still my idea succeed. So I guess your question is if you have a job and you are if you have a job and if you can still manage working on your idea, yes, you can. See, the division of your day is really important. If you are passionate enough, um, you will have to take 5 to 8 hours a day to work on your idea. And if you can do that, no matter what you're doing on the side, be it college, be it a job, be it anything else, you can still make it happen. Your existing commitments will not be affected with this thing. Harshita Chaudhary, I have an idea about health based by service to the people. Can the idea will work out, sir? So Harshita, I will not evaluate your ideas in here. That is a wrong thing to do because we can't do that. We will do that on the day of your interview. Okay. So what I suggest you, Harshita, is please submit your idea. Please apply, and we will have a nice conversation in the office. Right? What if our idea get copied by others? So you should be flattered. If somebody is copying your idea, then you should be flattered. Copying is the best form of flattery. Okay, and look at this. If somebody is copying your idea and executing it better than you, if the guy is more successful than you, that means he was a better guy for this idea than you, which means he deserved this idea more than you. So it's not about the idea, guys. It's about how are you executing it and how well can you execute it. And if you can do it well, then you deserve to win. If you don't do it, anybody who's doing it deserves to win. It's a mindset.
I think we're over time. So, do we have any more questions?
Yes, please. I'll just take this last one and then we can wrap it up. Sashi Hari, what should one need to start a startup and how to know which product is best suitable to the market or the public? There are many ways to generate ideas to identify what's the demand like or what is the demand going to look like. But for you to build a successful company or for you to build a product that is loved by a lot of people, you cannot solve problems that people are having now. You have to solve problems that people will have in the future, and for that to happen you have to live in the future. Okay, if you go out now and start building Olas and Ubers, the chances are high that you may succeed or you may not succeed. But if you can identify and if you have the eyes to identify what people are going to need, let's say in 2 to 3 years time frame from now, right, then your chances of succeeding double up automatically, right? And that is a mindset. Your ability to live in the future, to see the future, is more of a lifestyle than anything technical. And that is something that you get to do and learn when you start spending time with a lot of smart people, right? People who talk about the future, people who talk about solutions, people who talk about how can we solve problems. And that's exactly how you generate ideas. And there is a structured way to it. Again, what I strongly recommend is you will learn all these things by being part of the incubation program. So please apply and we will take the conversation forward there. What if we are failing? There is no success without failing forward. So you will fail, and I don't want to set the wrong expectations. I'm not saying you will not fail. You will fail maybe 10 times, maybe 20 times. But what I'm saying is you will succeed one day. So be at it. Where and when we have to apply and when the interview will be conducted. You have to apply on the website adventurepark.com. Please apply now. The last date for application is 15th of May. Please do not wait for the last date. We are few friends with the same idea. Can we all attend interview together? Yes, you can.
There is one question on YouTube. Is this only for self-employment purpose? RS Creation asks.
This is not just for self-employment purpose. This is to create and generate a lot of employment for others as well. I'm not exactly sure what the question looks like, but this is to enable yourself to do something bigger than just be at a job. Okay, this is to help you create more jobs. Self-employment can be step number one, but then we are not wanting to stop there. We want to create many more jobs. That's about it. Over to you, Zuha.
Thank you so much, Miraj. So yeah, everyone, thanks for being here. It is said that 80% of success is showing up, and you all just succeeded 80%. So congratulations on that, everyone. Uh, and right now, as we mentioned earlier, it's you might not be sure, you might still be confused, but it is always about grabbing the opportunity when you see it. It's always about just being there and showing up, because 80% of success is showing up, right? So just apply at adventurepark.com. There is a big apply button. You can just go ahead with it and follow us on Instagram and on our socials so that you can stay updated on how the process is. We have the community manager, Huda Hajira. She is in the chat box. She dropped her socials again. So you can reach out to her, reach out to anybody in the team of Adventure Park. You can reach out to Adventure Park Instagram or even Miraj himself. He's Miraj is Miraj on Insta. So just reach out, fill in the application and show up, because that you will not regret it. I am definitely sure about it. So everybody at Siddhartha Institute who are watching us on YouTube and also over here, thank you for being here. And I would actually hand it over to Osaid Sharif to just, oh yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure being here. I hope to see you guys in the office. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
It was lovely being here, guys. Thank you.